What's up, guys? Pyromaniac 720 here, and I have for you today a couple new battles from the ORAS in-game battle spot doubles ladder. So you see on the screen there, I'm using a team of Slowking, Scrafty, Mawile, Amoonguss, Sylveon, and Rhyperior. So as you can see, I'm going hard Trick Room. Trick Room is a strategy that's... I really like Trick Room because the first VGC team I ever built was Trick Room. I'm going to challenge my opponent, or set up my first challenge. First VGC team I ever built was in Black White 2. It's a Trick Room team that I used to try to beat Rizzo in the Pokemon World Tournament downloadable little tournament thing. It had like Wolf, Ray, and someone else I didn't know that you could play. As our first opponent is Nick from Florida with a 1647 rating. My rating currently is 1637. So I've been trying to get Trick Room to work ever since, and I really can't get it to work well at a competitive high level play, but maybe things have changed. Hopefully I can... sometimes I get it to work, sometimes I don't, so we'll see. But I'm just going to lead Slowking and Scrafty off the bat. My opponent really can't stop me. His best lead, I think, would be probably Bisharp Amoonguss, I think. So I'm doing Mawile in the back. Sylveon hits this team pretty hard. Amoonguss is pretty good against this team. Rhyperior is not bad. I think I'm going to go with Sylveon, though. That's my last. I think the big thing in this matchup is going to be beating my opponent's Amoonguss. So I'm going to use this team for a little while, see how it goes. I'm going to make a few changes. I do have a Chandelure 0 speed IV quiet one that I want to use. And I'll replace Rhyperior with it probably pretty soon. I just like having fire Pokemon, because as you can see, I really don't have a good way to hit this Amoonguss except for my Slowking, which actually I normally run Psychic on it, but I don't think I changed this one from Ice Beam to Psychic. On Showdown I've been running Psychic and Scald, but I don't think I changed this one, so that actually is unfortunate. So I don't really have a good way at all to hit this Amoonguss. So I pretty much have to Ice Beam it and knock it off. I have to constantly pound into it. And pretty much none of my Pokemon are speed reducing nature. Because they're also slow anyway, I don't really mind if they're not speed reducing, because they're slow anyway. I don't know. I like to have these Pokemon function outside of Trick Room 2 potentially, somehow. So anyway, I lead Slowking and Scrafty, and my opponent leads Amoonguss and Bisharp. So like I said, it's the best lead my opponent could have. So I'm going to give the Bisharp the Defiant boost. As the game just stops. Alright, there we go. So of course I'm pretty much forced to fake out the Amoonguss here. So even though this Bisharp's a +1, my Slowking actually holds a Colbur Berry, so I should be okay. I should survive this attack. So I'm going to fake out the Amoonguss and just... Yeah, so I have Ice Beam. I have Scald, Ice Beam, Trick Room, Protect. So definitely a really good lead for my opponent. Of course, Amoonguss is a great Pokemon because it's a great support Pokemon. It's a bulky grass type, which aren't very common in this... which are good in this format, but you don't see very much of. As it's a Rocky Helmet Amoonguss. And also it's a good Trick Room counter. So Colbur Berry here. Slowking kicks that, is able to take that at least. And Trick Room goes up. Alright, so I have Trick Room up, but I'm in trouble because of that Amoonguss. So now the question is, do I knock off the Amoonguss or do I low kick the Bisharp? Definitely gonna Ice Beam the Amoonguss. Really wish I had Psychic on the Slowking. I switched to Psychic because I realized I don't really need Ice Beam and Trick Room, because Scald hits Landorus plenty hard enough. I know it's not going to OHKO it, but it's still going to hit it pretty hard. And plus, if I need to take out the Landorus for some reason, I can just double up into it. And I noticed that most people don't seem to bring Landorus against the Trick Room team, but I'm going to low kick the Bisharp and Ice Beam the Amoonguss. Let's see if Bisharp maybe just protects. I wouldn't be surprised to see Bisharp protect. No, it's just going to Sucker Punch. So goodbye Slowking. So I'm guessing my opponent's going to put the Scrafty to sleep, but I have a Lumberry, so I'm going to bring this Yeah, so I'm going to bring this bishop down to sash. Presumably. I mean, I haven't seen any life orb yet, so... Yep, sash. So like I said, if I had Shade Allure on my team, like, I'd be in pretty good shape right now. But I don't. So, like, now I'm in kind of a tough spot because, like, I bring a Mawile, which puts in a lot of offensive pressure on Amoonguss. But, A, it gives Bishop the Defiant boost. I have to bring in Sylveon. See, if I bring in Sylveon, though, I gotta. Alright, I'm gonna bring in Sylveon. So I'm guessing my opponent's going to protect Bisharp, Spore Scrafty, and then Spore Sylveon the next turn. So, like, I'll just knock off Amoonguss and Psyshock Amoonguss. I need to get Amoonguss off the field. Like, this Amoonguss is causing me so many issues right now. And, like, this is why I feel like I need a Fire type on every team. So, yeah, Bisharp protects. Very smart move by my opponent. I'm guessing we're going to see the Spore onto Scrafty. Yep. Very good move by my opponent. Really nothing I could do to stop that. And my Sylveon does survive a Bisharp Iron Head without Life Orb. But this one's at +1, so I'm not going to survive an Iron Head. Because that does a nice chunk of damage. Alright, I mean, I could wake up this turn, which is nice. I'm going to low-kick Bisharp and Psyshock Amoonguss again. Ideally, Scrafty would wake up here, and then I'm going to be in pretty good shape. Not pretty good shape, but I'll be in better shape. I kind of need Trick Room to run out, really, so I can beat this Amoonguss. Man, this is not going very well. This is why I don't run Trick Room well. So the issue with Trick Room in this format is, like, I feel like... Yeah, it just spores me right away. Alright, please wake up, Scrafty. Come on, come on. Damn. My issue with Trick Room is I feel like I can't get it to work without... Ironhead Scrafty, okay. I feel like I can't get... Sorry, I feel like I can't get Trick Room to work without, Why can't I talk right now? Without Mawile as my Mega. Like, Ampharos is like... Oh boy, here we go. Scrafty's... Oh, please give me a turn 1 to wake up a Sylveon. Ah, here comes the Iron Head onto Sylveon. Yep. Goodbye, Sylveon. Oh boy. Well, Trick Room ran out. And I'm about to give this Bisharp another Defiant boost. Ugh. But yeah, I've tried Ampharos in this meta and it's not great. I tried Camerupt and it's okay, but I don't know. I just feel like I can't get it to work very well. It's probably just my fault. I don't really like Abomasnow. Like, I like Abomasnow a lot, but I don't like Abomasnow because of its a million weaknesses. But I'm just going to knock off Amoonguss and Ironhead Amoonguss. I don't think a +2 Bisharp will be able to take me out. So this is the issue with Bisharp having Focus Sash. Like, I love Life Orb on Bisharp because its Sucker Punches are ridiculous. Oh, hold up. Scrafty wakes, so I'm going to knock out this Amoonguss. And also, I don't take any Rocky Helmet damage now. Well, this just got interesting. Man, my opponent was in good shape. Could have just Rage Powdered and Iron-Headed Scrafty and then Iron-Headed Mawile next turn. That was weird. But yeah, I don't like Amoonguss. I mean, Abomasnow because of its weaknesses. And Mawile is just so good. I mean, so Blaziken comes out for my opponent here. So now I'm in a little bit of trouble. I'm just gonna. It's just gonna overheat me. I'm gonna knock off Blaziken and Sucker Punch Bisharp. He's probably gonna Sucker Punch my Scrafty. But, like, it's my only chance at this point. I mean, this match is, like, pretty much over. Unless Blaziken misses, like, every overheat. Oh, it's Mega Blaziken, so it's going to Flare Blitz me instead. Oh, so I'm going to get the KO. Alright. I'm still going to get Flare Blitz, though, so... Yep. That's going to hurt. So, unfortunately, I run up against probably the best Trick Room counter. I don't know why I knocked off the Blaziken. Low kick would have done more damage. I faced pretty much the best Trick Room counter, which is Amoonguss. Because, I mean, even if you have a dedicated Trick Room team, like Amoonguss is most likely to be faster than all your Pokemon. As my opponent's last Pokemon is Thundurus. So I'm guessing we're just going to see a low kick here for the KO. Just knock off the Thundurus. So yeah, I really... Situation like this, which I had Drain Punch, because at least I would heal some damage back from that Blaziken. When I damaged the Blaziken, I would have healed back some health. But I just like low kick a lot better because the things that low kick hits, it does more damage to, like Kangaskhan, Heatran, Terrakion, Mamoswine. Like all the heaviest Pokemon that you low kick typically, or all the Pokemon that you low kick typically are heavy. And the Pokemon that aren't heavy are typically really frail. Like Bisharp, who I can OHKO anyway with low kick, or Weavile, because they're 4 times weak to the low kick. It's not that they're frail; it's that they're 4 times weak to low kick, and they're also frail. But so we're gonna find our second opponent here. Battle box. So yeah, like I said, next video I'm definitely going to, maybe not next video, but sometime this week I'm definitely going to be dropping Rhyperior whenever I find time to breed the Litwick. Or not breed it, I have it bred, but EV the Litwick. I got it from a friend. He bred it for me, quiet, 0 speed. I don't know if it's HP Ice though. If it's not, I'm probably going to rebreed it for an HP Ice one, because I think that'd be an interesting set with Heat Wave, Shadow Ball, HP Ice, Protect, and Life Orb. It gets destroyed by Sucker Punch, of course, because usually you can just Will-O-Wisp the Sucker Punchers, but I do have Quick Guard on the Scrafty, so I could block Sucker Punches by having them on the field at the same time. Because we're taking a little while here to find an opponent. So we finally find a 1634 rated player from Japan. So my opponent's team is weird. Kangaskhan, Whimsicott, Gothitelle, Gyarados, Terrakion, and Sylveon. I'm going to lead Slowking and Mawile, so I can get Intimidate off on these physical attackers. I'm going to bring Scrafty in the back. And I think Sylveon looks really good here. My opponent doesn't have anything that resists Sylveon. So I mean, if I can get Trick Room up, Sylveon's going to have a field day. I need to change my Sylveon's EV spread too, because I have 20 speed in it right now, and I need to dump all that into special attack, because there's no point in having speed on it. It's definitely an interesting team. Of course, you have the Whimsicott strat, or sorry, Whimsicott, the Terracott strat with you know, beat up Whimsicott and Terrakion. But I don't know. It's gonna be, and of course, you also have a Disable Encore option with Gothitelle and Whimsicott. So Slowking, Mawile, my leads. How fun it'd be if this was competitive Gothitelle, which is a thing. My opponent leads Mawile, Whimsicott. That actually is as ideal as it gets. I'm just going to Trick Room. Usually I would switch out here and bring the Fake Out Pressure in, but I'm just going to Trick Room an Ironhead. So one thing I can see my opponent doing here is double protecting, protecting, setting up Trick Room, letting me set up Trick Room, and then on this turn also switching Gothitelle, and then Encore me into Trick. Although I can't be Encore because of Oblivious. right? It's not just taunt, it's encore, taunt. So I'm literally perfectly fine here. I couldn't have asked for a better lead. My opponent leads his 2 fairies against my Mawile. And I'm going to get Trick Room up. I guess he could charm me. Safeguard. That's interesting. So this Hyper Voice isn't really going to hurt either my Pokemon too much. Oh, it did a lot to... Okay, critical hit on Slowking. That should easily knock it out. Awesome. And that's great, because that's the big threat to my Scrafty's gone, which is nice. So that's the nice thing. A lot of people like to lead a Fake Out user or redirection with Trick Room, but sometimes you just lead something that hits hard, like you just put yourself in a great position. Because on this turn, I set up Trick Room, and I went up 4-3. So now I have 4 turns of Trick Room to take out 3 Pokemon. And one of them is Whimsicott, who I don't even have to really care about, because, I don't know, it's not really doing anything. It set up a Safeguard, I guess, which I don't know why it would. As Gyarados comes in. That's a good move by my opponent. So a lot of people like to leave Whimsicott alone, but I kind of want to just get rid of it, to be honest. I actually think I'm going to Ice Beam the... So I'm going to Ice Beam the Whimsicott and switch out Mawile into Sylveon, just because I don't want to be intimidated. And I honestly hope that this Whimsicott carries like Energy Ball, so I can, like, it knocks out my Slowking, because then I get a free switch him back to Mawile. One reason I really like Slowking as a setter, as he goes for the Encore. He can Encore me? What? Great. I thought Oblivious blocked Encore. As he goes for that Dragon Dance. Honestly, I still don't care, because I'm just going to set up Trick Room again next turn. So I don't really... Whatever. And I'll just Hyper Voice. Oh, I should have... Oh, damn it. I should have switched out Sylveon for Scrafty. That would have made more sense. Because a Waterfall could knock out Sylveon here. I didn't think that through. I just hastily... Oh, he goes for the... Okay. Oh, man, that's going to knock me out. Oh, well... It's not going to knock me out. But double target will knock me out. As he goes for the Waterfall. On to Slowking. Will this knock it out? It will. But that's fine. I'm going to get a free Hyper Voice off. And, like... So, I'm going to get this Hyper Voice off. It's going to do a nice chunk to both Pokemon. And, like, I'm not going to bring in a Mawile here. I'm going to bring in Scrafty because, A, I want the Intimidate, and B, if my opponent has Kangaskhan in the back, I want to be able to... I want to be able to bring Mawile in at the end. So, of course, let's see what my opponent does here. He could double protect and then try and Encore me into Fake Out. But I'm going to Fake Out Gyarados and just Hyper Voice again. And if he double protects, I'm perfectly fine with that. Because I have Quick Guard. And also I could just switch out into Mawile. But I'd Quick Guard. But I really can't let him Waterfall Sylveon, because if he flinches Sylveon, I'm going to be in huge trouble. Because, I mean, even if Waterfall's not going to KO now, especially after the Intimidate, but it will probably 2-hit KO. So if he flinches me, I'm screwed. Oh, man, I can't believe I didn't know how... I thought Oblivious... I gotta go Showdown and check this out. I just can't believe that happened. Data... Oblivious. Pokemon cannot be infatuated or taunted. That's it? As he does protect Gyarados. Alright, so maybe I should have just faked out Whim. Oh, he's going to go right for the Encore. Oh! Well, this just got interesting. This is going to get more interesting if Kangaskhan's in the back. I don't think that's Kangaskhan. It's Gothitelle. Oh, so now I'm trapped. But honestly, I do not care. Because as long as he doesn't, like, once again, as long as he doesn't flinch me here, I win. Because of course... Alright, so obviously Fake Out fails. So Waterfall comes off. On to Sylveon. Don't flinch, don't flinch. Goes to the double target. And Hyper Voice goes off. Great. So that's going to be game. Because, of course, this Gothitelle can't touch Scrafty. And, so Gothitelle can't... I'm assuming it only has Side Shock for an attack. So once my Encore ends, I can just knock it off. And plus, a Side Shock probably will knock it out here, I think. Or knock me out. But, I mean, if its only move is Side Shock, then I just bring in Mawile for the KO. So first game didn't go very well. My opponent brought a Moongus, which I had no answers for. Second game here went a lot better. Even though my opponent undid my Trick Room with Encore, which I didn't think he could do. My Encore end? Nope. So even though my opponent undid my Trick Room, like, my team still had like enough offensive pressure that I was able to still win. If my opponent's last Pokemon was Kangaskhan, it would have been a very interesting match. My opponent just 4-plus there. I'm assuming, like I said, he only has Side Shock. So, I mean, once my Encore ended, I could have just knocked off continuously. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episodes. Let me know if you want to see me try something a little different. I did... my opponent quits there. Someone did suggest that I use Mega Slowbro in Trick Room with Marowak. And I will get to that, I promise. I just haven't had time to breed myself a Marowak since I would have to do it completely from scratch because I don't have any like Spit Pack Cubone. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, guys, bye.